This is Math 122, and I'm going to show you how to do problem number 5 from homework number 2. Okay, as usual, we're going to write this out very carefully. 7w squared times 3w squared minus 6w plus 2. Alright, in homework 1, you learned how to multiply two binomials together. This is actually easier. This is a monomial, standing for one term, times a trinomial, standing for 1, 2, 3 terms. Remember, terms are things being added and subtracted. Well, this 7w squared outside the parentheses, there's no operation symbol right here between the 7w squared and what's in the parentheses, so it wants to get multiplied by everything in this parentheses. And that's really easy to do. I'm going to draw arrows to show you what wants to get multiplied. 7w squared wants to get multiplied by 3w squared. 7w squared wants to get multiplied by a negative 6w. I'm going to start thinking about this subtraction sign as making the 6w negative. And then finally, 7w squared wants to get multiplied by the 2. Let's see what that's going to look like. Well, I'm multiplying two terms together. First, I multiply any numerical coefficients. So 7 times 3 is 21. And then I multiply any variables. So here I have w times w, w squared, right? W times w, times w times w. I have w times w times w times w. Well, I'm not going to write that all out. It's just w to the 4th power. Multiplying like bases, w squared times w squared, add the exponents. Alright, I've taken care of multiplying 7w squared by the first term. Now I'm going to multiply it by the second term. So 7 times, now again, I'm going to think of this as a negative 6. 7 times negative 6 is negative 42, or subtract 42. I can think of it either way. W squared times w is w times w times a single w. That's going to be w to the 3rd power. And if you put a little 1 on that w, because any variable without an exponent, you can always put a 1 there, it makes sense that we're going to get w to the 3rd power. Add the exponents. Alright, and finally, I'm going to do 7w squared times 2. 2 of these. So it's a plus 2, so I'm going to get a positive term here. So it's going to be plus 2 times 7 is 14, and bring the w squared along for the ride. And now I'm going to check to see if I have any like terms. But this w is raised to the 4th power, this one's raised to the 3rd power, and this one's raised to the 2nd power. None of these are like terms because the variables, they are the same, but they're not raised to the same power. So this is as simple as it gets.